up in the attic, and you can see up close here that you've got mold growth. The underside of the sheathing is very wet. The ventilation looks good, but you can see the organic growth. There's mold growing. There's one area here of missing insulation. You can see the drip marks, the water marks on top of the insulation all over. The insulation is sopping wet. And as we work down here, you can see heavy organic growth, and the siding is, or the underside of the sheathing is wet to the touch. So we're going to kind of step across the attic and see if there's an isolated area or if it's the entire attic. And you know, it's looking like it's pretty consistent throughout the attic here. A little bit of lifted insulation there, but you can see the underside is wet. There's organic growth all over, even down the side of the truss cords. It's wet, damp, mold. Looks like we're not getting enough ventilation in here. A couple of things. The insulation is light. Looks like we have R19. So we're going to kind of traverse the cathedral area over here. We look up. It's wet. Side of the rafters and truss cords, you can see there's organic growth going here. I think it's a combination of heat loss. Now we're on the opposite side of the attic, and you can see here, this line that we're seeing is a lay-on for another roof, evidently. And you can see here that we've got organic growth above me, pretty heavy. It's treatable. I mean, all this can be repaired. What's a significant issue? And not fully seeing the reason why, but I believe it's a combination of inadequate ventilation at the top. The airflow is not pulling through here. I'm going to just step out. You can see on the insulation, and these are, water has been continually dripping down here, leaving marks on the insulation. Most looks like our plywood is down right there. You can see the plywood down about a ½ inch. Interesting. But if you look carefully at this, clearly organic growth, it's wet. So I'm going to recommend additional insulation, probably ventilation, and we're going to need to get, you can see that we're going to need some remediation in here. Probably have to wait till it gets dry in the spring, and then they'll treat this, kill the organic growth, and then add some additional insulation. I'm going to take a quick look up top and see this ridge vent, and if it's up enough ridge vent to get us needs to be. You can see how even the paper here has got organic growth all over it. High humidity, moisture. So typically something you would not expect to find in a 2003 very nice house. That's why the engineering and building codes and inspections are so important. Again, this is Matt with Weatherstone Property Inspections. Thanks again for your time.